Ghanatube so we have for model snowy. Masan so atenasibio nsem ahodo ekobe nyina no nsa ebeka ewo channel we so entintempa no so mennom enkwan no enja fonti ye be hakotie nsem ahodo bi ekoso ewo omaganimu na yaba.
Chief of Staff Julius Deborah has urgently summoned Sammy Gyamfi, the acting Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Gold Board, following the widespread circulation of a video showing him handing over an undisclosed amount of dollar-denominated cash to evangelist Patricia Udro-Kranting, popularly known as Nana Agrada. Now, the video, which surfaced over the weekend, shows the NDC National Communications Officer handing cash to Nana Agrada at an event and has sparked intense public backlash and raised serious ethical concerns. Well, sources at the Jubilee House confirmed that the Chief of Staff has demanded Sammy Gyamfi's immediate appearance to provide a detailed explanation regarding the controversial gift. Sammy Gyamfi has since issued an apology after facing widespread criticism over the monetary gift. The scandal comes just days after President Mahama launched a code of conduct for government appointees. Well, let's take you through the key provisions of this particular code of conduct that was launched by President John Dramani Mahama. And Section 1.1 of the Code of Conduct mandates the ministers and appointees, including CEOs of the state agencies, to perform their duties and manage their personal affairs in a manner that withstands the closest public scrutiny and resolve any conflict between personal and public interests in favor of the public. Well, Section 6 outlines penalties for violations ranging from public apologies and reprimands to suspension or outright dismissal. It remains unclear whether Sammy Gyamfi's apology will be enough to quell the controversy of if President Mahama will take further disciplinary action. Well, the presidential affairs correspondent Łaack Kluche, meanwhile, will be joining us shortly. The minority, though, has waded in the matter, describing the misconduct of Sammy Gyamfi as a betrayal of trust, and they have been addressing a news conference. The matter, we're going to head to our presidential affairs correspondent, Łaack Kluche. He is speaking to us from the Jubilee House. Łaack, good afternoon. Now, has Sammy Gyamfi officially reported to the Chief of Staff yet, and what explanations has he provided regarding the cash transaction?
Yes, of course, I can tell you for certainty that yes, the CEO of the Gold Board company, Sammy Gyamfi, met with the Chief of Staff after he was summoned to answer questions on a viral video showing him handing some undisclosed amount of money to Nana Agrada. In that video that has gone viral since yesterday, what I can say is that yes, of course, he left the presidency around 11 this morning after meeting with the Chief of Staff. The government takes very, very seriously these issues, especially in the wake of criticisms that has come to him, Sammy Gyamfi, and also to the government as well. But what our sources are telling us that yes, of course, he rendered a public apology yesterday, which has also gone quite viral. People have referred to it. But in meeting the Chief of Staff, he was very remorseful and was in a pensive mood. These are the few details that we've been able to gather. But the Chief of Staff has listened to him, and we get indication that anytime soon the public would be apprised as to the decision of His Excellency the President, who himself is out of the country attending a summit of the African Union on the debt situation being faced by the countries in the sub-region.
Right, many thanks for your time. Łaack Kluche is a presidential affairs correspondent speaking to us on the matter and that meeting that he says has been held between the Chief of Staff and Sammy Gyamfi. Of course, the public is waiting with bated breath as to really what will be the decision of the president on the matter. We're going to stay on this issue because the minority has waded in the matter. They are describing the conduct of Sammy Gyamfi as a betrayal of public trust, and they have been addressing us in a news conference. My colleague Evelyn Tingma is joining us from there to give us more details on that. Evelyn, can you tell us really what have they been saying?
Yeah, Gyamfi, so the press conference of the year has just ended, and it was addressed by Dr. Kabiru Muhammad, an MP for Wale Wale. And what exactly they are asking for now is that the president should immediately sanction Sammy Gyamfi by either suspending him immediately or sack him as the CEO of the Ghana Gold Board. And so they are asking for that. And they are also asking that he should be sanctioned as well because his conduct is an affront to the Code of Conduct and it's against the Currency and Foreign Exchange Act, and it is also against the CB Act. And so they are asking that Sammy Gyamfi is not anybody who is ignorant of the law, and so for that matter, he should be sanctioned severely. And they are also asking that a full-scale investigation be done into the display of the money that was done by Sammy Gyamfi, and because according to them, one is not supposed to have dollars or trade in dollars, but for Sammy Gyamfi to have been given that amount of money to Agrada, it means that it has to be investigated either by the National Security and the GRA, the Ghana Revenue Authority. And they are also asking that the president or the presidency apologize to the people of Ghana and as well as, to the people of Ghana, because they are saying that Ghanaians are suffering, yes. They've seen Sammy Gyamfi display that amount of money, which is a purely opulence behavior. And so that should be apologized by the presidency. And so immediately that is what they are calling for now.
Okay, let's take a listen to that from the minority.
The actions of Mr. Sammy Gyamfi. The Foreign Exchange Act 2006 Act 273 prescribes under Section 3, Clause 1 and 4, a person engaging in the business of dealing in foreign exchange without a license issued under this act. In other words, the Foreign Exchange Act has prescribed anyone doing businesses with the United States dollar or any foreign currency without approval or license so granted under the act. The business of dealing in foreign exchange includes the receipt or payment of foreign currency. The Bank of Ghana has constantly reminded us through various notices that pricing, advertising, receipting, or making payment for goods and services in foreign currency without authorization from the Bank of Ghana is illegal. The penalties for such violation includes a fine of up to 700 penalty units or a prison term of not more than 18 months or both. In other words, this is the prescribed penalty for anyone doing businesses with currency in Ghana or foreign currency without authorization from the Bank of Ghana. And from our checks, Mr. Gyamfi has not got authorization from the Bank of Ghana to do business with foreign currency. And it is clearly a violation of the Foreign Exchange Act, which has been passed to, this is a law governing the circulation and transaction with foreign currencies. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ghana cedi or the Ghanaian cedi is the only sole legal tender in Ghana. And for emphasis, let us repeat this. The Ghana cedi is the sole legal tender in Ghana. There is no justification whatsoever for keeping stacks of dollars because foreign exchange businesses and international payment are regulated under Section 16 and Section 15, which provides that, and I quote, each payment in foreign currency to or from Ghana between resident and non-resident or between non-residents shall be made to a bank. So if you have any payment to make for which you
Well, you have Kabiru Tia, Dr. Kabiru Tia, who is the MP for Wale Wale. He has been speaking on behalf of the minority on this very pressing issue of Sammy Gyamfi, who was seen handing over an undisclosed amount of cash to Nana Agrada, who is a popular evangelist in Ghana. Well,
how about here in some apostle ewo on my for comment. Ehukimi ewo comment section na minjebre enkinkan fama ofefe me kai obiom se aha Ghanatube so open sem ahodo eni akese a fa wani twemu wo channel we so there more reason obetimi nya nsem no and as obetimi attend ya so quickly no is by subscribing and also hitting on the notification bell. Ebusian for modofo snow ni sisi ade makram.